You have a second brain.
What?
It lives in your gut, and right now it is absolutely not happy with your breakfast choices. 500 million neurons, its own chemistry, its own decisions, running completely independently from the brain you actually know about and sending it more signals than it receives back. Most of what you feel today, your mood, your focus, your anxiety, your energy, started down there, not up here. Here is what nobody tells you. You can reset that system in 72 hours. Not with supplements, not with a protocol, with food you already have access to. In the next 8 minutes, you will find out exactly why and exactly what to do about it. The American Gut Project analyzed more than 10,000 participants and found one factor that predicted microbiome health better than genetics, age, or geography: the number of different plants eaten per week. Above 30, microbiomes were richer, more resilient, better able to support mood, focus, and energy. Below 10, consistently depleted. 30 plants a week. We are going to build that list together, one plant at a time. The counter starts now. But first, to understand why these plants work, you need to understand what your gut has been doing this whole time. Your gut and your brain are in constant conversation through the vagus nerve, a direct neural highway running from your brainstem all the way down to your intestine. 80 to 90% of that conversation goes upward, from gut to brain. Your gut is not receiving instructions, it is filing reports, and your brain is acting on every single one. Inside your gut, 38 trillion bacteria are waiting for one thing to do their job: fiber. Not the fiber you read on a cereal box. Fiber as in the indigestible parts of plants, the parts your body cannot break down, but your bacteria can. They ferment it, transform it, and use it to manufacture the molecules your brain runs on. Serotonin, which regulates your mood, your sleep, and your digestion. GABA, the molecule that tells your nervous system you are safe. And butyrate, which crosses your blood-brain barrier and reduces the neuroinflammation behind brain fog. But not all fiber feeds the same bacteria. Different plants feed different populations. A bowl of oats in the morning is quietly training your gut to support your brain. The banana you almost never think of as medicine feeds those same bacteria every time you eat one. The sharp smell when you chop garlic or slice an onion is chemistry activating, releasing prebiotic fibers that feed the bacteria behind your calm and your focus. Walnuts reinforce the bacterial populations that keep your nervous system balanced steadily every time you eat them. And the bacteria that need the most reinforcement are the ones chronic stress is actively destroying.
Oh, no!
Your body is wired to respond to threats. When your brain perceives danger, real or imagined, your adrenal glands, two small glands sitting on top of your kidneys, release cortisol into the bloodstream. In short bursts, that's useful, but sustained, day after day, it depletes GABA-producing bacteria within days. Less bacteria, less calm, more cortisol. Spinach, rich in magnesium, buffers this cycle, activating the GABA receptors that cortisol is working to suppress. These same bacteria run another operation most people never connect to their gut. 70% of your immune system lives in and around your intestines. Your gut lining, one cell thick, acts as a barrier between what you consume and your bloodstream. When bacterial diversity drops, that barrier becomes permeable. Inflammatory compounds leak into the blood, and your immune system responds with a continuous low-grade state of alert every hour of every day. Lentils are one of the most effective fuels for the butyrate-producing bacteria that maintain this lining. The most powerful reinforcements for rebuilding what stress and low diversity have damaged are fermented foods, where live bacteria arrive ready to repopulate. Yogurt with live cultures delivers lactobacillus and bifidobacterium directly. Kefir goes further, up to 60 different bacterial strains that begin colonizing your gut within hours. Tim Spector of King's College London tested this directly. 3 days of high-diversity plant food, fermented foods included. New bacterial species appeared. 72 hours to measurable change. 3 days, not 3 months. And here is what his research made clear above everything else. The plants most people are not eating are often the ones their bacteria need the most. Asparagus and leeks contain a specific prebiotic fiber called inulin, one your gut bacteria use directly to produce the calming compounds your brain depends on. Blueberries do something no amount of plain fiber can. Their polyphenols reach your colon almost entirely intact, where your gut bacteria convert them into active compounds that enter your bloodstream and reduce inflammation from the inside out. Broccoli goes further still. Steam it lightly, 4 minutes maximum. Boil it, and most of the sulforaphane, the compound that crosses your blood-brain barrier and directly reduces neuroinflammation, is gone before it ever reaches you. 4 minutes. That is the difference between medicine and side dish. Turmeric has been used for thousands of years for a reason science is only now beginning to fully explain. But here is what nobody told you. Add black pepper to the same meal and absorption jumps 2,000%. Dark chocolate, 70% cacao or higher, and olive oil complete the polyphenol ladder. Kimchi and sauerkraut bring what no plant fiber can, bacteria your gut may not have seen in years. Chickpeas and black beans extend the butyrate production that lentils started, keeping your gut lining intact and your brain inflammation low. 21 plants, and your gut bacteria are already working differently than they were this morning. Every plant counts separately. Spices, herbs, nuts, seeds, all contribute. And you are probably already closer than you think. Cumin on your eggs, cinnamon in your coffee, 2 more plants before breakfast ends. Sweet potato adds a different prebiotic fiber profile to what you already have. Almonds support bacterial diversity in the lower gut. Brown rice, cooked, cooled overnight, reheated the next day, converts into resistant starch, one of the most potent butyrate precursors available. Flax seeds added to yogurt feed bacterial populations most other foods miss entirely. Bell peppers multiply the absorption of plant-based minerals by up to 300%. Add them to any meal with spinach or lentils, and you get dramatically more from what you were already eating. Pumpkin seeds are one of the richest sources of magnesium, the mineral that activates your GABA receptors directly. Fresh parsley on almost anything, one of the most concentrated sources of flavonoids available, and one more plant your bacteria have been waiting for. 30 plants, every one feeding, signaling, or unlocking the bacteria that write the reports your brain acts on every single day. And these 30 are just the beginning. There are dozens more your gut bacteria would welcome just as much. Hippocrates spent 40 years watching this and wrote 4 words: all disease begins in the gut. 2,400 years later, the molecular biology explains exactly why he was right. The reset starts with the next thing you eat. All studies referenced are linked in the description. This is science communication, not medical advice. For personal health concerns, speak with a qualified professional. Now go count your plants and drink your water.